Infrared control option for the Aavelin works like an automated remote control to trigger VCRs and DVD players. This option is available with 2, 4, or 7 infrared emitters, each of which is capable of controlling a separate deck. Commands are sent through these emitters to trigger decks to play, stop, rewind, and more. To get started, attach the 25-pin cable from the I/O connector on the back of the control module to the Aavelin's parallel port. Place the emitters over the infrared sensors on the players. This process may take some trial and error, as the best spot is sometimes not directly over the sensor. In the IR setup panel on the Aavelin menu, there are 3 columns. The port column refers to the number on the infrared emitter cube. Port 1 refers to emitter 1, and so on. The middle column allows you to select the type of player you have this emitter on. An extensive collection of models are available to choose from. Select an entry that is suitable for your player, and use the third column to issue test commands to see if this code set will work. Press Enter with the play option selected, and the deck attached to emitter 1 should begin to play. Test all the commands you will be using to ensure that they are supported. If the deck does not respond at all, try another code set. Some decks may not be supported. Contact MagicBox directly for information about recommended VCRs and DVD players. If the deck responds to test commands sometimes, but not every time, slightly adjust the position of the emitter over the infrared sensor. Continue moving the emitter until the deck responds to all test commands every time. Repeat this process for the other emitters you will be using. Select the Set option and exit the menu. Of course, video cables will need to be run to or from the Aavelin as well. Aavelin RT users can connect the video output from the VCR or DVD player into one of the 4 video inputs on the back of the Aavelin. In your project, create an RT video overlay page and select the appropriate input on the Video Overlay tab of Page Properties. For standard Aavelin systems, you will be using what is called a downstream connection. This means that the Aavelin signal will be fed into the VCR, and the VCR will then connect to the channel modulator or directly to the display. For this, create a standard Aavelin page within Composer. This page will not be seen during playback, as the VCR will interrupt the Aavelin signal as soon as it is triggered. For downstream connections, only VCRs and combination decks can be used, as standalone DVD players generally do not have the required video inputs. Once the page has been created, go to the External Device Commands tab of Page Properties. A basic command list would simply be play, stop, and rewind. The rewind command is used to prepare the tape for the next time it will be played. Commands can be issued at 3 times: before the page, as the page begins playing, or as it ends. Generally, a play command will be issued before the page, or at the start, with stop and rewind commands being issued at the end. Knowing how the VCR or DVD player works is critical. Some players will go into a suspend mode if left inactive for a certain length of time. For these players, you may need to issue a power command before the page to wake it up. Consult the manual for the player and ensure you're familiar with how it will behave in your environment. The only remaining task is to schedule this page so the VCR or DVD player will begin playing at the appropriate time. View the Page Properties tutorial video for detailed information on page scheduling.